Welcome to the Patchwork Center. I'm Tamara, and I'm going to be taking you through Health Education's July newsletter. Today, we're going to be separating facts from myths about fitness drinks, and I'll be summarizing some of the Wellness Wednesday events that have already taken place. So grab your favorite fitness drink, and let's hit the health link.
Things that make you go,
It's the things that make you go, Things that make you go,
things that make you go,
It's the things that make you go, Things that make you go,
So Wellness Wednesdays are well underway. We've had some great programs, and we're going to be having more of them all throughout the summer. The first was with Bob Pearson from Farm to City. He taught us how to eat healthy and locally.
Local farmers can offer produce varieties bred for taste and freshness rather than for shipping and long shelf life. The farmers that come to our farmers markets bring the heirloom tomatoes and dead ripe peaches, and these things do not transport more than a distance to the local farms. You try to ship them further and you're going to lose them. They're not bred for that, and they're picked so fresh that they're so ripe that the peaches, in the case of the peaches and the tomatoes, that they're very tasty, and they can't go more than that. The second reason the value we invoke, you can strengthen your local economy. Buying local food keeps your dollars circulating in your community. Getting to know the farmers who grow your food builds relationships on an understanding and trust, the foundation of strong communities. Third value, you support endangered family farms. There's never been a more critical time to support your farming neighbors. With each local food purchase, you ensure that more of your money is spent on food goes to the farmer. And several of the farmers that I've dealt with over the years have told me, one that we have in our winter harvest program said, Bob, if it hadn't been for winter harvest 2 years ago, he would have gone out of business. That gave me goosebumps. That made me feel really good about what I'm doing.
It was a great picnic and a great turnout on the green. And next, we talked with Gavin McKay from Fusion Fitness Center, and he gave us some great information on holistic fitness.
Well, Fusion's mission is pretty clear. We're looking to help people help themselves get healthy and happy. So the happy part we add on there, we think that's kind of a differentiator. So we're really thinking about people's mental wellness as well as their body. So it's really accessible. Our program has lots of different levels. So people can be overweight and just beginning, and we can work with them one-on-one and then work them into an easier group. And then we also have more advanced sessions where people who are athletes or ex-athletes really can get a hard workout. So the idea of having well-rounded fitness is accessible to anybody.
He gave us some great tips on fitness, both mind and body. Next, we talked to Sandy Herman, and she gave us great tips on mindfulness when quitting smoking.
First of all, I guess I'd like people to understand that with smoking there are two different things going on. One is a physical addiction, which can be difficult when you are quitting for maybe about a week. It takes about 72 hours for the nicotine to leave your body, but once it does, that part is over. The part that's more difficult that people don't usually think about is the behavioral piece. And we associate smoking with so many things like coffee, drinking alcohol, getting rid of anger, we smoke when we're bored. There's so many associations that we have, and so becoming more mindful of what cigarettes mean for us and when we smoke is probably one of the most important pieces.
Man, where was she when I was quitting? Our most recent program was with Jasmine from CHOP. She ran Sex Jeopardy.
A Jeopardy game of various sexual health facts, HIV information, STD information, as well as some lighter topics like name the sexperts and sex slang.
So as you can see, we've had some great programs on our Wellness Wednesdays, but we're not done yet. This month, we've got Dan Johnson coming in to talk about craniosacral therapy, and then we've got Karina from Wake Up West coming to talk about yoga. And of course, we are finishing it off with a full-blown barbecue, healthy grilling at the LGBT Center on August 1st. So don't miss out on this fun, and we'll see you there. So here we are at the Energy Zone, the juice bar here at Pot Truck. Many students come here after a good workout to get a drink. But with all these choices up on the menu, how do you know what to choose? And are they really better than water anyway? To get to the bottom of it, we talked with Dr. Stella Volpe, a nutrition, exercise, and physiologist professor right here at Penn.
Sure. Sports and performance drinks are very popular, and for some people, they really need them, and others drink them perhaps because they like the taste. Not that there's anything completely wrong with that, but the true definition of having a sports drink is that it will help performance, obviously. And the way it helps performance is that it provides a quick amount of glucose or blood sugar to the athlete or to the person exercising so that they minimize using their stored forms of glucose called glycogen. Who should actually use these sports drinks? When I give people advice, I usually tell people that if you're exercising an hour or more, that's really when you need sports drinks. Water or even fitness waters do fine if you're exercising less than 1 hour. When they look at a sports drink, they want to make sure that it has not too high a percentage of glucose. So between 5 and 10%, 5 to 8% of glucose is a really good thing to know. Some of the myths related to these sports drinks are, well, they are considered what are called ergogenic aids, and ergogenic simply means sports enhancing. And they do work in the sense that, especially a person who doesn't like plain water, they at least drink something. And getting back to my first answer, I would encourage that if a person doesn't like a lot of water, that even if they exercise less than an hour, then they ought to grab a sports drink, because having something then is certainly better than not drinking at all. Secondly, so they are sports enhancing, they are ergogenic, they do help sports performance, but the myth is just because you drink them doesn't mean you're suddenly going to be a faster runner or a better athlete or better recreational exerciser overall. So people can't expect miracles. What they might expect, though, and what research has shown is by using sports drinks, it allows a person typically to go longer than they would have otherwise.
And one of the interns here at Pot Truck, Caitlin Miller, gave us some good tips on fitness drinks.
Yes, I would definitely recommend drinks from the juice bar, especially after you work out. They're good meal replacements, and it's also good to get carbohydrates in your system after you work out to replace some of your electrolytes and stuff you lose from sweating.
That's good. So are they better than water?
It's definitely better than water. I mean, it's important to stay hydrated with water, but it's also good to have this kind of stuff to replace some of the things you lose when you work out.
So that's it for Health Education's newsletter this month, but stay tuned for next month because we'll be talking about how to de-stress and get ready for the new semester. Until then, stay healthy.